87 failures per 100 units. That's the number recorded in Consumer Reports reliability surveys for appliances that include Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connectivity. Meanwhile, simpler mechanical designs average just 69 failures per 100 units. There's a strange paradox here. A heavy metal washing machine your grandparents bought 30 years ago can still run every single week. But today, an American family can spend $1,200, $1,800, even $2,500 on a sleek new smart appliance with a badge that proudly says, Made in USA, and then it starts failing right after the one-year warranty expires. But here's the part that's even worse. Roughly 40% of major appliances experience a serious failure within the first 5 years. That's before many people have even finished paying them off. This is something manufacturers don't like to talk about. Many products today are not designed to last. They're designed to be replaced. A strategy the industry politely calls planned obsolescence. But even in a market filled with products that seem programmed to die early, there are still a few companies building machines that actually stand the test of time. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 brands with a proven track record of durability. And the first name on this list is a brand most appliance stores secretly hope you never buy. Number 1. Washing machines and dryers. Speed Queen, the time challenger. If you want a washing machine that looks impressive in your laundry room, buy something flashier. Samsung, LG, beautiful screens, touch buttons, phone apps. But if you want a washing machine that serves your family without constantly calling a repair technician, there's one name you should be looking at: Speed Queen. Speed Queen isn't really playing the same game as the rest of the appliance market because its DNA didn't come from a marketing department. It came from commercial laundry machines. These are machines designed to run all day long in laundromats. And now they're sitting in people's homes. Speed Queen is very direct about this. They say their machines are tested for up to 10,400 wash cycles. According to the company, that's roughly 25 years of use in an average household. And the reason is hidden in the part most buyers rarely see. Not the paint, not the screen, the guts of the machine. Speed Queen built its reputation around a very old-school idea. Fewer gimmicks, heavier construction, more mechanical parts. Built to take punishment. They consistently emphasize stress testing, reinforced structures, and durability-first engineering. You might not believe this, but recent service data from Miele Appliance shows Speed Queen machines have a first-year service rate of just 3.7% to 4.6%. That's far below what many buyers have come to accept as normal in this industry. In other words, it's not perfect, but it's one of the very few brands that still behaves as if durability is the main feature, not just a marketing slogan. And here's the contrast. In 2016, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission announced a recall of 2.8 million Samsung top-load washing machines. Reports showed the top lid could detach during operation due to a design flaw. That's not just inconvenient, that's a warning. One company sells you the feeling of modern technology. The other sells you tens of thousands of wash cycles. And in an era where many manufacturers keep adding more screens, more apps, and more things that can break, Speed Queen is quietly saying the opposite. Build the machine right first. So if you ask me what washing machine you buy once and forget about for years, the first name on this list is Speed Queen. And if Speed Queen is the king of the laundry room, Miele is the German version of the same philosophy. Number 2. Miele, German standards in America. Miele is one of the very few companies that openly states all of their appliances are tested to last up to 20 years. Yes, 20 years, for everything from washers and dishwashers to vacuum cleaners. To understand what that means, look at a simple example. In the US, the average household vacuums about 1 hour per week. That's roughly 50 hours per year. Meanwhile, Miele's canister vacuums are tested for 1,000 hours of operation. Based on typical household usage, that's nearly 20 years of vacuuming. But the market is currently chasing a different trend: cordless stick vacuums. Brands like Dyson and Shark dominate this category. They're lighter, cord-free, very modern looking. But many repair technicians say their real-world lifespan is often only 3 to 5 years. And the reason comes down to something old-fashioned but critical: component protection. According to Miele's technical documentation, their canister vacuums include a gentle start motor. That means the motor ramps up gradually instead of hitting full power instantly. It sounds small, but electrical surges and mechanical shocks during startup are exactly the kind of stress that slowly kills appliances over time. And that's not all. Miele also includes thermal protection systems. If airflow gets blocked or the motor overheats, the system protects the motor before you destroy the entire unit. That's the difference between a company trying to make products last longer and a company trying to make products look more modern. Miele understands that, which is why their strongest reputation still comes from corded canister vacuums. Because once you remove the battery, you eliminate an entire layer of risk: battery degradation, charging cycles, power loss over time, expensive battery replacements. You might not believe this. On the Miele USA website, models like the Complete C, 3 Kona, and Complete C3 Marin sell for around $1,159 to $1,369. And yes, that price makes many buyers hesitate immediately. But that's where smart buyers ask the real question: are you buying a vacuum cleaner? Or are you buying 10 years of frustration? Because a cheaper vacuum that requires new batteries, new plastic assemblies, new attachments, or a full replacement every few years is not cheap. It's just fake affordability. Miele isn't cheap, and it doesn't pretend to be, but it's one of the most durable and long-lasting choices you can make. Number 3, Sony. Expensive but engineered. In the modern TV world, there's a dangerous race happening: thinner, brighter, cheaper, more futuristic on the store shelf. But TVs don't fail because of marketing. They fail because of heat, power components, circuit boards, and worst of all, the panel. The race to make TVs thinner doesn't always help longevity. When you pack brighter displays, stronger processors, and thinner designs into the same frame, the heat problem becomes brutal. And for televisions, heat isn't just harmful, it slowly erodes lifespan. According to Life Story research, Sony ranked #1 in America's most trusted television brand in both 2025 and 2026. That doesn't mean every Sony TV is immortal, but in an industry where consumer trust is declining, holding the top position 2 years in a row says something important. Sony still carries a reputation for quality and stability, and part of that comes from engineering. High-end BRAVIA OLED models like the A95K and A95L include temperature sensors and heat diffusion layers. These systems monitor panel temperature and adjust brightness to control heat. In simple terms, Sony knows heat is the real enemy, so they design around it. You might not believe this. Many brands sell you the thinnest TV. Sony often sells you the more cautious engineering approach. Not always the thinnest, not always the cheapest, but often the one that feels less risky to own long-term. And that's why movie enthusiasts and home theater fans keep coming back to BRAVIA, because TV repairs can get ugly. According to Angie's 2026 repair cost data, replacing a TV panel can cost anywhere from $400 to $4,200. Yes, one panel failure can cost nearly as much as an entirely new TV, which is why panel longevity matters. And companies that manage heat better are often worth paying for up front. And if Sony is a rare survivor in the flat-screen battlefield, then in the kitchen, there's an even more fearsome machine with a high silent failure rate: the dishwasher. Number 4, Bosch. The quiet reliability dishwashers are one of the most overlooked machines in the kitchen. You press a button, close the door, and forget it exists until the day it stops draining or leaks onto your hardwood floor, or the control panel dies, or your dishes come out still soaking wet. Text on screen: dishwashers break where you don't look. Many cheaper dishwashers still rely on old-style heating elements for drying, using resistance heating, adding extra electronics, and then leaving the buyer to bear the risk when heat, humidity, and component lifespan start to clash. Pump repair, $150 to $350. Leak repairs, $100 to $250. Control board replacement, $200 to $400. Just the service visit alone can be $100 or more. Bosch's most famous innovation is Crystal Dry. It uses a mineral called zeolite to convert moisture into heat, reaching about 176 degrees Fahrenheit, helping plastic items dry up to 60% better than conventional drying systems on certain models. It may sound like marketing, but technically, it's a smarter solution to the classic plastic never dries problem, and the market has noticed. In Consumer Reports rankings for early 2026, Bosch consistently appears among the top dishwasher brands, especially the Bosch 800 series. Many models operate at around 42 decibels, with some reaching 40 decibels. Bosch also includes leak protection systems like AquaStop Plus. But there's another reason smart buyers like Bosch. Parts availability. Consumers are increasingly checking repairability before buying appliances. Bosch allows model lookup and direct parts purchasing. And according to Bosch support pages in the US, replacement parts are often available for up to 15 years. That's huge, because a machine is only truly durable if it can still be repaired when something breaks. Number 5. Toyota, the king of durability mechanics in the US, often use a phrase, the Toyota of appliances. It means something simple. If a product is called the Toyota of its industry, it usually means not flashy, not glamorous, but almost impossible to kill. Toyota didn't become the durability benchmark by accident. A study from IC Cars, analyzing 14.9 million used vehicles, found something remarkable. The Toyota Land Cruiser ranked first among vehicles most likely to reach 200,000 miles. About 18.2% of them do. But the most famous durability story involves a Toyota Tundra. In 2016, a man named Victor Shepard contacted Toyota. His 2007 Tundra had just reached a milestone that most automotive engineers would consider unbelievable. 1 million miles, approximately 1.6 million kilometers. Toyota did something very strange. They gave him a brand new Tundra for free, not for marketing, but because they wanted to take back the old car to dissect it in the lab. What they found surprised even the engineers. After 1 million miles of use, the original V8 engine was still intact. The transmission had never been replaced. The frame remained solid. What's even more noteworthy, Victor had used the truck for daily heavy towing, a real work truck. His secret? No magic technology, just regular oil changes and scheduled maintenance. Which raises an interesting question. Why does Toyota appear in stories like this so often? Part of the answer lies in its engineering philosophy. While many automakers chase the newest trends, Toyota often moves slower, but more cautiously. For example, interior materials. Toyota may use harder plastics that look less luxurious, but they won't crack, peel, or melt under 110 degrees Fahrenheit Texas heat after a few years. Another factor is localization. Many Toyota trucks sold in the US are designed in Michigan, assembled in Texas, which means their engineers deeply understand the American market. Because when a vehicle breaks down on the highway, drivers don't just lose time, they lose money, work, sometimes opportunities. That's why mechanics often say something interesting. Toyota doesn't build the most exciting cars. They build the ones that refuse to die. And in a world where many products are designed to survive just past the warranty, that philosophy is incredibly rare. Ultimately, choosing products like these isn't just about buying an appliance. It's about investing in stability, buying peace of mind, buying long-term value, protecting your money. And here are 3 golden rules for becoming a smarter consumer. Rule number 1, favor mechanical simplicity. More touchscreens, more Wi-Fi, more apps means more things that can fail. Consumer Reports data updated in 2025 shows that 15% to 40% of major appliances experience a failure within 5 years, depending on the category. Don't throw money out the window just to buy another phone app. Rule number 2, check repairability. Before buying, look up. Are replacement parts available? Are repair diagrams published? Do technicians actually service that brand? Because a product without parts availability isn't premium. It's just an expensive disposable item. Reports from PIRG repairability studies continue to highlight how little transparency consumers get about durability before purchasing. Rule number 3, think in cost per use. Don't just look at the price. Divide the quantity by the number of years you actually use it. A $2,000 machine lasting 20 years is about $100 per year. An $800 machine that dies after 4 years is $200 per year. Cheap up front is often just fake cheap. And here's something interesting. The market is starting to shift. Research from McKinsey shows consumers are increasingly extending replacement cycles and paying more attention to durability and long-term value. So before you spend another $1,000 on the next smart appliance, ask yourself one simple question. Will it live long enough to deserve my money? Do you own a product that's been running for 10 years or more without breaking? Tell us the brand in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe us to stay updated with more interesting information.